Almost that day the epiphany was disclosed, of which our thoughts and hopes are signal flares. A lonely splendor from the invisible goal, almost was flung on the opaque inane. The gate was opened, the gate of dreams on the mystery's verge opened slightly, and the revelation and the flame poured in. It was in response to the urge from below. It was as a result of the flame child touching the cheeks of its mother and demanding her for the work she has to do. And in response to that was a vision standing in the sky above. A long line of hesitating hue appeared across the horizon, glimmered across the horizon. Almost that day, the manifestation of the divine would have taken place, almost, but it didn't happen. That manifestation would have taken place. Of that, our thoughts and our hopes are only signal flares in the camp of the night. In the camp of the night, they are only signal flares. The revelation and the flame, that is a sign of the coming of the avatar. He would have almost come. The aspiration from below and the pouring of the flame from above, the ascending triangle from below and the descending triangle from above, at their intersection is the perfect manifestation, the square of new creation. Usha is here, full of truth. Usha, the dawn, full of truth. And she is moving here in the rhythm of truth, scattering her colors of truth, rhythms of truth. In that moment, she is arriving here. A seed of truth is cast in the hurrying time. A seed is cast in the speed of the hours. And on the border of life stands a vision, a glowing figure. She is standing on the border of life. Could she be that vision? Could that person, could that figure be Savitri? Perhaps not, not yet. The expectation is there should be a new creation. Is it going to begin with that vision standing on the border of life? Yes, this is the expectation. But that vision cannot materialize, cannot appear here on earth. She cannot become Savitri here on earth unless the necessary ground is prepared here on earth. There is a necessity of yoga tapasya being done for her work to move, to proceed here on this earth. That yoga tapasya can be done only by the Supreme Himself. The Supreme has to come down here, has to incarnate Himself here and here on this bhumi, on this earth. He has to do the necessary yoga tapasya for that vision to materialize. Supreme has to come down here as Ashapati and do the yoga tapasya. Only as a fruit of a yoga tapasya, can the birth of Savitri take place here? It would have been almost happened that day. The epiphany would have almost happened on that day. Things appeared almost ready, but at almost and the fact there is a huge abysm, a gap. For the manifestation to take place, things seem to be ready, yet things had to be done. Our thoughts and hopes flash in brightness that it was going to be that epiphany would occur. That was what the flashing of our thoughts, the signal flares of our thoughts would suggest. But no, things were not yet ready. The splendor appeared only on the opaque in name. That greatness, that vision appeared on the opaque in name. The omniscient goddess who was there in the sky, who wanted to come here and thought that the space was ready for her feet, that omniscient goddess found things not yet ready enough for her presence, for her to come down here and do her work. Things were not ready enough. The result is she withdraws from the sky where she had appeared. She sees from above. She comes with a hope. She comes with an expectation that things might happen, but she finds that things are not ready. She withdraws. The ambassadors, that omniscient goddess, the link between eternity and change, she finds that she cannot yet join these two. Eternity and change yet remain disjointed. She withdraws. She comes with a message. The divine apparatus is brought in. The message is brought in, but the messenger ceases and the message wanes. She goes back to the place where from she had come. Things are not yet ready enough for her to come and stay here. Almost that day, the epiphany was disclosed, of which our thoughts and hopes are signal fair. A lonely splendor from the invisible goal almost was flung on the opaque name.